Hey, what's up, everybody? Tyler James here, and I'm just jumping on to give a quick reminder. This one's going mostly to all of you ComixLaunch Pro members out there. And just a quick reminder that we're doing our September live group coaching sessions for ComixLaunch Pro members today. And I want to give you a little tease of some of the stuff that we'll be looking at this week. Again, the next session will be at 3 p.m. For our AdLaunch members. So AdLaunch is a program that I put together for writers, artists, comic creators to learn how to use Facebook ads profitably and to use them to grow your audience and propel your launches and really throw gas on the fire once you have your other systems in place for your creative business. So today at 3 p.m., we'll be reviewing some basics, answering some questions from members, and I'm going to be, again, drawing some attention to some of the mini challenges that are inside of the AdLaunch program, because I know that sometimes it's like we want to learn these skills, but it's hard to learn skills if you don't have anything really focused to do around them. And so one of the things that I try to do is give creators some mini challenges to just say, hey, go put these skills into practice, see if you can get this result and see what happens. And I think that's a good way to get things moving. We see that a lot in the creative communities with challenges like Inktober or NaNoWriMo. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of a smaller focused challenge to really get us moving creatively. And so that's one of the things that I do for creators inside of AdLaunch. Then later tonight, the big session is our ComixLaunch course live sessions, 8:30 p.m. We will be, this is open again to all ComixLaunch Pro members and all members of the ComixLaunch course. We always start those sessions with wins. And one of the wins that we'll be shouting out is a win to Clay Adams, who is also, he's not just a member, one of the early members of the ComixLaunch course, but he's also helps out in a lot of sort of TA capacity. He puts together our creative spotlights and he helps me behind the scenes keep my head on straight in a lot of ways with stuff that ComixLaunch. And what's great about Clay is that he gets to celebrate a win of his own recently. He actually had his most backed, most funded Kickstarter for a second volume of a series called World War B and or PBOW, and it's one thing that this was actually a launch for a book that really got him going a few years ago on Kickstarter. And it's nice to see how Fried Comics has continued to grow slow and steady, where this launch was more than double what he did during his last launch. So Clay is just one of many creators that were funded in the last month, and we'll be shouting out them. In fact, our audience, or our members of the ComixLaunch Pro community have now raised over $790,000 for their projects on Kickstarter, which is pretty cool. Closing in on that $1 million milestone. Really excited about that. One thing that we'll also be talking a little bit about tonight is the Kickstarter's theme for this month, which is small press, big ideas. They're putting actually a lot of extra emphasis and spotlights on small press comic creators. And so if you run a small press, if you are a small press publisher like I am, this is the month for you to launch a project on Kickstarter, get a little extra love there. Also, one of the things that we'll be talking about during today's, and one of the things we do in these group coaching sessions, is we answer questions that are coming in from creators inside our program. Now, these creators have all gone through the ComixLaunch course program and have, they've got a step-by-step strategy for Kickstarter success, but sometimes you can have the best blueprint, the best playbook, but you actually got to run those plays and get feedback as you go. And that's what we do inside these live sessions. And we make sure that everything is up to date and we're just focusing on the latest and greatest strategies. And so one of the questions that came up in the group that we'll be talking about a little bit is strategies for moving your backlist titles during your Kickstarter launch. Now, if you're a new creator, you're just getting started, you might not have a backlist. But if you're a creator like Russell Nolte, who has been publishing for several years now, and he's got a full table that he can sell. And so there's a lot of creators that are having success on Kickstarter, but they want to move product from past Kickstarters, and we'll talk some strategies to do just that. Speaking of Russell, we'll give a big shout out to him because he just launched his latest Kickstarter project for one of his early works that he's bringing back with a vengeance, Ichabod Jones Monster Hunter, already off to a great start, 30-day campaign, and he's rocking and rolling on there. So congrats to Russell on a good start for his first launch, or his first launch of the year, actually. Not his first launch. He's a vet. But Just so you know, this is something that I do for all of the members of the ComixLaunch course and ComixLaunch Pro community. This is a private community that I run of comic creator crowdfunders. And if you can't make the live session, don't worry, every live session is archived inside of our private Facebook group. Now, if you are not currently a member of ComixLaunch Pro or the ComixLaunch course, the course and the community is closed right now. But it is by invitation only. And so if you want to find out what it will take to get into this community, or if you want to check access on that or just get more information about it, shoot me a direct message through whatever platform you're watching this on, or leave a comment and I'll follow up with you and we'll get you all the information. The other thing that you can do if you're looking to launch, if you're a comic creator, a writer, an artist, a publisher, and you need some strategies, you need some steps, you need some concrete advice on how to take the idea in your head, the launch that you have envisioned for yourself, and actually turn it into reality. The best thing that I can do is invite you to my September workshop called the Ultimate Comic Kickstarter Launch Plan. It's a workshop that I've given many times. Over 1,000 creators have attended, and a ton of them have gotten really great value from that. And so that's me trying to condense what I've learned through my 18 launches and through the hundreds of creators that I've coached through their launches, and try to condense it into a workshop that I try to improve, that I improve every time I give it, and refine it, and I put it all into 7 keys to making your next launch your best launch ever. So you can sign up for that. It's free over at comixlaunch.com/workshop. Yeah, so that's what I have for you for my ComixLaunch Pro members. Looking forward to seeing you today. And thanks so much for watching. And I can't wait to see what you launch next.